What's up guys, and welcome back to GTA 6 Explained, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the new info drop we've had on GTA 6, so that's going to everything they've pretty much confirmed. So first, the Money Talk Standard Edition is going to be about $80, Ultimate Edition is about $100, however nobody is really shocked by this. And especially, every big release this generation has been sitting at that ceiling. So what did catch people off guard though is that and honestly, don't rush to pre-order just because it's live. This game isn't even dropping until the end of the year, so pre-ordering right now doesn't really do anything except for except for the fact that it just locks you up out of how much ever money you're going to be paying, either 100, 80 or 100. Since it is digital, it's not going to sell out. So, there's going to be an unlimited amount of copies, so you don't have to worry about scalpers, people buying the game and then selling it for like 3 or 4 times the price. It's not going to happen this time since it is digital. There is a unlimited amount, but pretty much, a thing is about this though is a bunch of the coolest features like tattoo shops, custom clothing lines, all of it are pretty much locked behind the Ultimate Edition. So you'll probably still get a basic version of the game, you know, in the standard game. You'll probably get a basic version of everything in the standard game, but the good stuff is going to be paywalled, and that's just where the industry is at right now, unfortunately. But let's talk about customization because there is a lot of that there. Just like GTA 5 had places like the Electric Fang for tattoos, we're getting dedicated tattoo shops again, plus auto body shops, clothing stores, and salons where Lucia can get her hair, makeup, and nails done, which is pretty cool since she is our first ever female protagonist. And except there's going to be way more depth on the hairstyle and outfit options than any past game. And housing is also getting an upgrade too. In GTA 5, the nice garages and apartments were basically online exclusive, and that is pretty much going to change. We're seeing things like Pegasi residences, big single player apartments with real garage spaces, Jason starting safe house. The one from the trailer where he's like, fixing the roof comes front rent free because his landlord's using him for jobs instead. And Ultimate Edition owners get handed 2 vehicles for it out of the gate: a military style Dinko Enduro motorcycle and a kayak, which pretty much confirms that boats get storage too. Yeah, and not just the cars. So vehicle customization is going pretty hard at this time. So there is a shop called Ride Out Customs, and I think it's also called Pimp My Ride, something like that. But pretty much where you can redo interiors, rims, and paint. And it looks like you're pretty much just getting to actually watch the work happen. That shop, however, is going to be part of the Ultimate Edition exclusive. So there's also going to be Wyman's car collection, run by a guy who looks like he's shaping up to be this game's version of Simeon, sending you out to grab and flip cars, except a mod shop scattered elsewhere on the map. Or you can also expect a mod shop scattered elsewhere on the map too for anyone without ultimate. How on weapons, this is also going to be a big one. Guns are getting the Red Dead 2 styles customization, meaning you can actually engrave custom artwork onto them. And we've seen custom pistols for both Jason and Lucia already, plus attachments like massive scopes mounted on revolvers. It's a real jump from GTA 5's weapon system without a doubt. And also, wildlife is going to be getting more attention too, which does make sense since it is, it's in the Florida and Florida setting, so you could pretty much expect dolphins while you're out in the water. And scuba diving is also confirmed to be back, and reportedly a huge improvement on over how rough the ocean felt in GTA 5. Hair is also going to be getting the Red Dead Redemption 2 treatment as well, instead of magically appearing haircuts. Jason and Lucia's hair will actually grow out over time, and you cut it based on how long it's gotten. So if you want proof of how far visuals have come, you can go ahead and go back and compare Lucia's hair physics in the first trailer from 2023 to the most recent footage. It's pretty much not even close. And in addition, combat's also getting a solid upgrade too. You'll be able to fully lean out of a moving car for a full 360-degree firing angle instead of just sticking an arm out the window. And it sounds like you'll be able to use bigger weapons while doing it, not just a pistol. Map-wise, we're not just getting Miami. It stretches across a fictionalized Florida. So the Leonida Keys, which some fans think might house a military base, the Grass Rivers area around Port Gellhorn, and a mountain region called Mount Kalaga. That's honestly does look more like Georgia terrain than Florida, but pretty much though, like the map's edges are pushing further than people expected for sure. There's also mini games scattered everywhere too. So there's tennis courts, basketball courts, pool tables, bars, nightclubs, even a full mini golf course. So there's going to be a lot of that. Whether it is all playable versus than just background dressing, we're not 100% sure. However, a lot of this is can come, since a lot of this is coming from like confirmed screenshots, but not actual gameplay. Pretty much though, let's talk pre-order bonuses because there's an interesting detail buried in here. Pre-ordering gets you the vintage Vice City pack, which includes a 1955 throwback car stored in your personal garage, and that car reportedly comes with its own weapons locker as well. That's a big deal because it does hint that Rockstar might be borrowing Red Dead 2's system where your weapons live on the horse, or in this case, your car, and you have to choose what to bring with you before a mission as well. You might also get some exclusive outfits for Jason and Lucia, a new hairstyle and a weapon skin based classic Vice City look. Platform-wise, though, PS5 looks like the favored version. Sony's apparently locked in features like 3D audio, DualSense support, and PS5 Pro enhancements, letting you run higher resolution and frame rate at the same time instead of just picking one. And it's also confirmed that all major consoles except Nintendo Switch, just not PC at launch. And pretty much, and here's the one that's going to annoy people pretty much, and that is that there is no physical disc. So physical copies just come with a box and a download code and no actual game on it. It's a part of a bigger trend of publishers pulling away from physical ownership entirely. And yeah, it does sting, especially with how loud some publishers have said outright that you're not really owning your games anymore. Both digital and physical buyers will be able to preload starting November 12th, and that case just ships the same day for anyone going physical. And pretty much both digital and physical buyers will be able to preload starting November 12th, and that case shapes on the same door for anyone going physical. Yeah. But anyway, last thing is that online mode is not going to be launching alongside the game based on how GTA 5 handled it. Expect single player first, single player story mode, whatever campaign, and then with online, either following a few weeks to a couple months later. I would prefer it to come out during Christmas time since it does come out November 19th, and around Christmas time everybody's on break. It's just like everybody's on break, you have more time to play. I think that time would be perfect for online to come out so you can just play the game with your friends. But other than that, that is everything confirmed so far. Drop a comment with what you're most hyped for, and subscribe if you want every GTA 6 update the second it drops. And I will catch you guys in the next one.